In 1996, Doctors Robert Kaplan and David Norton authored the seminal book, The Balanced Scorecard, which suggested that organizations adopt a framework where their visions and strategies are translated into operational measures relevant to finance, their customers, internal processes, and learning and growth. The BSC almost overnight changed corporate management's approach on performance measures, such that many companies adopted the language of metrics in their everyday activities. Almost 3 decades later, the results of firms' use of BSC are mixed. While some companies testify to the benefits, a significant number of organizations have little to show in terms of business performance. This phenomenon is important in that many firms in Southeast Asia are just joining the BSC bandwagon, and would benefit from the lessons of BSC implementation, both from those who succeeded and from those who fail. As is true in the introduction of new concepts, some key points are worth considering. The balanced scorecard is not just about performance measures. BSC is about manifesting strategy into action. How well one performs in all areas of the organization, versus the firm's vision and mission, is the heart of that manifestation. Hence, before anything else, the firm must have a clear direction. The important task of management is the formulation of the company's strategies. It requires top management leadership. A successful implementation of BSC would have the Chief Executive Officer chairing strategic planning sessions that would end with clear plans supported by specific targets and defined performance measures. There are companies where the CEOs delegated BSC to HR, who then passed the work on to middle managers. The middle managers predictably created performance measures that suited their functions, instead of corporate goals. In the end, a company would have a smorgasbord of performance measures that show outstanding localized results, but with little contribution to overall business results. Everyone has to understand what it is. Implementation requires education, and that means management needs to teach everybody in the organization about BSC. The problem arises when management in the first place doesn't really understand what it is. If and when management does finally become familiar with BSC, the next problem will be when only a chosen few will be taught about BSC. Everyone in the organization would have to know what BSC is all about, as BSC is about measuring how everyone is doing against a firm's strategic objectives. That means training in what scorecards are, how to define the measures, and enabling employees to connect them to goals and objectives. There has to be a tailor-fit plan. BSC is not an app that is downloadable as a one-size-fits-all solution. Top managers would have to lay out a plan, and the critical point will be at the beginning: what is the organization's strategic direction, and what to measure? Managers have to be careful that they are measuring the right things, and that they are using the right measures. Undoing a plan that is found to be wrong can after all be expensive. Establishing performance measures is only the start. The success of BSC isn't about seeing performance measures finally being implemented. It's about seeing how the organization is performing against goals. This is obvious, of course, but this is a common mistake in some firms. One large consumer goods firm, for example, displayed performance measures on bulletin boards. Measures are standard in management reports. But when asked how ongoing improvement projects were translating into the displayed performance measures, managers didn't have an answer. The company was measuring, but wasn't analyzing the measures. Anticipate the probability of necessary change, and the likelihood of investment of resources. Managers need to prepare themselves that the performance measures they introduce will reveal results that would demand change in structures and systems. It's common that performance measures will indicate that companies may need to invest time and capital to realize improvement. The balanced scorecard system has proven to be an effective management tool, and has generated significant improvement for companies who have successfully implemented the system. Implementation won't be easy, however, and nobody said it would be. But with top-level leadership and the involvement of everyone, a well-implemented balanced scorecard system will give organizations the edge to compete now and in the future. Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and visit us at www.prosaltsconsulting.com for more information.